Hi Jumpstart team, my name is Lauren and today we're gonna be painting. So do you know the book The Puddle Pale by Elisa Calvin? And well, today we're gonna learn how to watercolor. So as you see in the book, Ernst, the little blue crocodile, wants to collect things just like his big brother Sol. So he gathers colorful puddles like flower puddles, shadow puddles, cloud puddles, and star puddles. So today we're gonna be creating our own watercolor painting. So all you're gonna need is, you're gonna need water. So I have my water, paint. I have my paint, my blue paint, my green paint, and my brown paint. Paint brushes. So I have paint brushes here. You're gonna need a paintbrush. You could choose any size you want, depending on how big you wanna draw. And I have my construction paper. You're gonna need something because it's gonna be messy. So I'm using a cardboard. And last but not least, I have my chalk. So today we're gonna start painting. So what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna start with taking out a paintbrush and I'm gonna choose a color. So I wanna choose blue, so we're gonna use blue. So what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna put the paint, the blue paint, on the construction paper. So there we go. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's blue paint on here. And then we're going to dip the paintbrush in the water. And we're just gonna put water on it because we're doing watercoloring. So as you can see, I'm dipping the paint in the water. And you see I'm just trying to make a watercoloring. So what you're supposed to do is basically put the paint on the paintbrush and dip it in the water. And then once you dip it in the water, see, it comes out colorful. You see the water turning blue? So now what I'm gonna do is just wet my paintbrush, make sure it's wet. And then voila, you got watercolor as a result. You see my watercolor? I have a watercolor. So the color is coming on the paint. So let me see. So we have blue. It's not that perfect. It don't gotta be perfect, but okay. So what else you can do is, what else you can do is, you can take the paint, just like I did, put it on the construction, and you can just move it around. So you can wet the paintbrush, and I'm gonna move it around. See, once you move it around, at first it's gonna be still a little paintish, but as you keep on wetting the paint, see, it's turning into water. It's gonna start turning into water. So just keep on doing that. Just keep on wetting the paint. And I don't know if you can see it, but the paint is starting to turn into water. And voila, watercolor. You can see that the paint is turning into liquid. So you can do that too, or you could just put paint on your paintbrush, just dip it in the water, and it could come out as a watercolor result. So there's two ways you can do it. So this is blue. So now let's see what happens when I add another color. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. So let me just add a little bit a little green on the construction. Dip it inside the water. Let's see what happens. So as I dip it inside, let's see what happens. Will it change color? Let's see if it will change color. So I'm dipping inside, wetting up the paintbrush, and no, it didn't change color, but however, it still turned out liquidy. See? It still turned out a little bit liquidy. So what I'm gonna do, so So I was just testing out the paints. So now we're gonna do a real activity. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a picture. So what you guys are gonna do is, here's how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna draw a picture. So I'm drawing a picture of, let's see, I'm using a chalk because I don't have white crayon, but I'm gonna use a picture. Let's see. So I'm gonna draw a picture of, let's say, a rectangle. So I'm drawing a picture of a rectangle. So then now what I'm gonna do is take the paint. You could use the same old paint. You could use the same old construction if you want to. I suggest using two constructions, so you could have one for your paint and then have one for your drawing, because you don't want to mess up your drawing. So what I'm gonna do is, because I want to use green, put the green paint on here.